are on devices. So that's a process that people engage the process, and they go on and they post pictures and they do videos. A lot of people do businesses, marketing. They make a living, a career out of it. You know, some people are stalkers. They just have a page just to see what the next person is doing. Whatever you use it for, you know, that's everybody's business. So I said, you know what? I wanna see this process, and I'm gonna trust the process, and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna talk, and I started doing lives back in, I would say in April, May around there. I started doing lives, right? So I was doing lives, I was videoing, and I was doing the process, you know. So, you know, I got to see how, you know, people's reaction. I felt good connecting with a whole bunch of different people that I haven't connected with in years and years and years. I got connected with family members in the Dominican Republic that we don't talk, only when I'm over there. So now they get to see me. I don't leave it up to people to decide whether I'm good or not. Now I could communicate, and people could be like, oh, I see what Danny's doing. I see where his head is at. I see his space. I see what he's trying to do, you know? And also, you know, I get the feedback. I get encouragement. Look, you're doing, you know, I like what you're doing. You know, I'm actually getting something out of it. So, you know, I started this process, and at the same time, you know, I have to trust the process, and I have to go from one thing to the next. So sometimes you got to step back. You gotta analyze. You gotta see. And then I said, you know, because I'm on the device too, so I'm watching, you know, other people's pages, other people's stories, other people's YouTube channels. And I want to learn. I don't know how to edit. That's all part of the process. The communication, speaking, that's very important. That's very powerful. When you can make your voice be heard, when people hear your voice, you know, and you could you know, speak your mind, speak what's on your heart. That's all a process. So I went from doing the lives, and I said, you know what? Let me start doing the videos. Let me start doing videos, and I learned how to do a little bit of editing, and I started doing videos every day to be more consistent, because it's not easy to sit there and do a live for 30, 40 minutes every single day. And also, people doesn't have their attention span. It's not that much. Everybody's on the go, 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 go. So I said, you know what? Let me try to edit. Let me try to take a video that I could do for a half an hour. Let me try to put it in 7 minutes, 8 minutes, 9 minutes. Let me put part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. And let me see that. Let me see that go. You know, and let me put it on Instagram and Facebook. That way, people that have me on both could see it. People that have me on either or could see it. And I even incorporated my YouTube. So now I got original O.E.N. That's my YouTube page, right? That I'm putting the videos also on YouTube, because I'm also gonna develop a content and edit it better and organize better and put it on YouTube. And also, part of the process is also doing the podcast. So it's like a whole different world that opens up to you in the process. But you got to trust the process. You got to continue to move forward. Just because now, right, I don't see the end result of what I envision it to be, you know, that doesn't mean I'm not going to get there. Right now, I'm just a one-man show. I'm not working with nobody. You know, I'm just, you know, I'm just enjoying it. And at least I'm going to have this experience later on to be like, oh, I did that, and this is what happened. So look, you got to trust the process, man. You got to trust the process, and you got to put your routine in place, and you got to set up your system. And that goes for whatever you want to do, whether you want to talk, whether you want to do videos, whether you want to do a business, whether you want to do a clothesline, whether you want to open up a store, whether you want to do a trunking company, whatever idea you have, you know, you have to trust the process, and you have to engage the process, and you have to stay engaged in the process. That's persistence. That's be persistent. That's determination. You know, and you're gonna get a result. You're gonna get a result. The problem is that sometimes we start and we stop. We start and we stop, and we don't get to go nowhere. And then with the issues that life brings to us, we get wrapped up, and sometimes we might make a decision that could set us back years. So this is why we gotta pay attention to the actions that we take, because you could take an action, you could make a decision, right, to do something that could set you up back years, even decades. Like me, I made the decision to be a felon, to sell drugs, to carry guns, and I got arrested, right? And I had to do a lot of time. How much time did that set me back? That set me back a decade, 2 decades, because I was almost a decade in the street, and then I did a decade plus behind bars. So look at the setback that I did there, because of the process that I engaged in, the actions that I did that wasn't correct. But now look, I engaged the process. I was persistent and staying faithful to congregating, to seeking God, to praying, and I incorporated this into my process of what I wanted my life to be. And you fast forward now 20 years, and look where I'm at today. You see what I'm saying? That's because, look, the process that I started has something to do with my wife,